Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Infatuasian podcast, a show where we aim to celebrate and elevate Asian culture and creators. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We're so glad you can be here with us. And co-hosting today is an old friend. We haven't had her on for a year? Has it been a year? No, spring. You did.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, but we have back from college on winter break. We have Sydney. Welcome back, Sydney.
Hi, guys. I'm glad to be back. College is good. Very relaxing.
All right. Yeah, we're actually recording in December, but this might not come out till January, late January. It might be Lunar New Year by the time this comes out. So, Xinyan Kuaila, everyone out there. Happy New Year to you. But welcome back, Sydney. You had a good semester? No, good quarter?
The quarter system is very interesting.
Super fast, right?
Yeah, it felt like a year already.
It is true.
I can't wait to do it 2 more times this year.
All right. Yeah, the weird one is the winter finals.
Yeah.
Because you're used to finals twice a year, but now you're going 3 times a year.
I think the biggest change coming into college is that midterms aren't really midterms. They're just any big test, basically. So you'll have a midterm 3 weeks in.
Yeah, it comes super fast.
It just doesn't make sense to me, at least.
But you don't fall behind. If you're semesters, you kind of fall behind a little bit more. So quarters, you can't really fall behind because
I think weeks 5 through 10 are just stressful in the quarter system.
Oh,
you're just nonstop grind, studying.
Versus I think semesters, you can kind of chill for a month. And
yeah.
It actually gets real. But anyway, well, it's good to see you. Welcome back.
Yes, glad to be back.
And we are with a new friend, dare I say friend. We've hung out twice now.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah.
Yeah, we met at a YouTube creators event that I thought would be big. I thought it'd be 100 people. It was for a book launch for Mai Nguyen. Actually, I just interviewed Mai.
Oh, nice. You finally got around to it.
You got her? No, well, it wasn't Mai. She is super busy. Yeah, so we got her on, which is great. And, but yeah, so Rachel and I, we met at a YouTube creator event and we were actually partnered.
Yeah.
We were cooking dumplings. I thought it'd be big, 100 people, but it's 20 people.
It was small. Almost even 10 creators only, I think. And then the rest were YouTube people or something like that.
Yeah, it was really small. And we cooked, we were at the Google kitchen, we were cooking dumplings. And so everyone had to have a partner. So Rachel and I were partnered up. We were a little nervous because Rachel bakes a little bit, but not a ton of cooking. And I'm an Asian dad at home cooking a little bit. But we had to make lace dumplings and with some made with Lao was there.
Yeah.
Smelly lunchbox was there.
Oh, Susanna was killing it.
There were a couple other food creators and we were oh, this could be bad. And ours were super slow. We were the last ones to finish.
Yeah.
But upon the reveal, I think our dumplings were the best. I think our dumplings.
They were really good.
Really?
The lace turned out a lot better than I expected.
I was expecting black, burnt, or, broken, but ours one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were held up as the example for the rest of the people there.
Wow.
This is what you want.
Is there any videos of that?
We have pictures.
Yeah, photos.
Really?
I don't know. There might have been a video of the flipping. Because I think, Curtis, you flipped it, right? Because I didn't want to do it. It was too scary. It looked the pressure was on.
You have to put the plate and flip it over. There's high chance of failure.
I see.
But we came through.
Yeah. And it helped, Mai, provided the instructions. And the meat was all, pre-marinated for us. We just had to, folded it and put it on a pan and cook it. That was basically it. So,
but given that task, we excelled.
Yes, yes, I agree. I was pretty happy with the results. I think the dumplings we made were better than the hors d'oeuvres that they gave us.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
They gave us finger food, little burger bites, and then crackers and cheese and stuff like that. But the dumplings were definitely the best.
Yeah, no, we did super great. But then on the way home, we were chatting with some other people. So Susanna from Smelly Lunchbox was there. Tiny from Tiny Makes Things was there. And we were chatting and Tiny suggested that we get together again and talk creator stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. We did last week. We were in Chinatown together talking about creator stuff. It was Sydney, it was me and 3 20-something-year-olds walking around Chinatown together. So it kind of looked like an uncle taking his nieces out for a lunch or something like that.
And Cynthia from On Waverly.
The owner of On Waverly. I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
It was fine.
No, actually, I think someone thought Tiny was Cynthia's daughter.
That was hilarious.
At one of these. Yeah.
They gave her a free chicken wing.
Oh,
They're
my God.
and for your well-behaved daughter, here's Here's a chicken wing. So Tiny does keycaps. Like she makes caps for keyboards, and she is tiny. She lives up to her name. She's very small and young looking.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
and she was carrying an air fryer through Chinatown because we were using an air fryer for our clay creations.
But anyway, so that was super fun. So yeah, Rachel and I go way back now. We go way.
Two hangouts.
Two hangouts.
Wow, okay.
2 side quests, as maybe you would say.
But let me finish introducing.
Love you using my lingo.
Yeah, we're trying to sound cooler than we are, but it's okay. So yeah, Sydney's. Are you Gen Alpha? I don't even know what you are.
No, I'm Gen Z.
Are you?
Gen Alpha is like
kids. They're like
Gen Alpha is like kids.
Like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have Gen Z. What? Millennial?
I'm Zillennial, is
You're
what
right
I would call.
Yeah,
I'm like between Gen Z, between Millennial.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm Gen X. But not a boomer. Not a boomer.
Basically a boomer.
Further? Hey, easy. I know anyone over 25 is basically a boomer, Rachel. I'm just saying.
On like TikTok, definitely,
Yeah.
or like on any social media platform.
Definitely.
If you use Facebook, you're not cool.
Not cool. Yeah, that's the age. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Let me introduce Rachel to you. Rachel is a content creator here in the Bay Area. That's why. Oh, I didn't even mention we're in the mobile studio. You might hear some cars. We heard a Tesla backing up earlier. We are in the mobile studio because we're all local. So we're in the Bay Area. Rachel does content. How would you describe it? Eating snacks, testing out hacks and viral recipes.
Yeah.
Going to supermarkets like Trader Joe's, not Trader Joe's. I was like TJ Maxx.
No, TJ's is a good abbreviation. Yeah.
Yes, going to Trader Joe's and trying like the latest whatevers, and it's super fun. Her handle is Eats by Rachel, so you can find her mostly Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I think those are all accurate.
All right, so you can find her there. And so we wanted to talk a little food and snacks today. So we're talking to Rachel. Welcome to the show, Rachel.
Yeah, hi, everyone. This is my first podcast, so I'm excited to be on. Yeah.
I know, all right? First podcast is always the most exciting.
So.
Yeah, so we like to greet each other in the Asian way. So, Rachel, have you eaten yet?
Yes, we just ate.
5 minutes ago.
Yep, we literally are still digesting, fighting a food coma, possibly.
Not sponsored, but shout out Siam Station in Cupertino. What is this mall called? Does this have a name?
You know, I don't think this place has a mall. It's off Homestead.
Off of Homestead.
Oh, it's called Homestead Center.
Homestead Center in Cupertino. Come on by. It was good.
Yeah, it was a solid
so good.
Yeah, we are full. I had iced coffee, so I think the caffeine is counteracting the food coma a little.
Good.
But we might have to have some snacks later to balance this out even more. But so we're going to talk a little bit about food creation. Well, I mean, snack content creation and stuff. Okay. But, you know, I got to say, Rach, I'm a little mad at you because you seem short.
Oh, I do get this.
On your Instagram. I thought I was thinking maybe 5'3" tops. But it turns out you're pretty tall. How did this happen?
You know, I'm 5'5", so it's not that far off. You said 5'3", but you're not the first person who's actually said this to me. I've had people come up to me and be like, wow, you're taller than I expected. And I don't know why. I sit in a lot of my videos, so maybe that kind of positioning is like deceiving to people.
Actually, Suzanne and I both, so Smelly Lunchbox and I both said, when you got out of the elevator, the first thing I said to her is, she's taller than I thought. And Suzanne goes, yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
So we were talking about you behind your back because we did not expect this.
He was also talking behind your back to me. He was
my God.
Oh, do you think she...
Doesn't she seem like she would be
spreading
shorter?
lies.
I know.
Aren't you surprised?
So dramatic.
It's not like you're 6 feet
yeah,
taller.
I'm not that tall. Like, I think if you see me, I'm still regular 5'5", you know? It's not that bad. I've had friends who are taller than me. They're like Asian girls, too. They're like 5'10", man. That's crazy.
All right. I will forgive you for your height. Where'd you get that from? Your dad or your mom?
My dad, I think. He's like close to 5. He's almost 6 foot, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my mom's on the shorter side. So I'm like the in-between, the balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, talk about your roots a little bit. I think you said Chinese.
Yes. So people ask me, I get a lot of different things because my last name is Lee, that I get like Korean. Like people think I might be Korean, but no, I'm Chinese. Yeah. So my mom's from Hong Kong and my dad's from Taiwan.
Okay.
So growing up, we mostly spoke Cantonese in the house, but it was like a one-way Cantonese, if that makes sense.
You
like,
just respond in English.
Yep. So I could understand, but definitely not speak. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those things. But my mom would like tell me to go, fold my laundry, and I'd be like, okay, got it. Like, but she would say it in Canto, and I would like just respond.
That's pretty common for this generation.
Yeah.
Grew up down here?
Yeah, I grew up in the Bay Area, South Bay in particular. So good area. It's like a very suburban area, if you guys couldn't already tell. But good schools, but also very competitive at the same time. Like everyone's trying to get into the best college, best universities, things like that. So a lot of pressure in those ways. Yeah.
Was like everyone's dad. Oh yeah, my dad works for Google. My dad works for Apple.
Yeah.
YouTube,
it really was. Like everyone was in tech. Like this is definitely like the Silicon Valley bubble. And we're filming like only a few minutes away from the Apple headquarters.
We can smell Apple headquarters from here.
It was my first time going to Apple headquarters or like
driving past it.
I don't know why, but in my head, I thought Apple headquarters would be like skyscrapers, not like little...
No, it's like little office parks. Yeah.
I feel like they own pretty much the whole city of Cupertino. Like if you drive around here, you'll see like the little Apple logo attached to every office building that you see around here. So they're everywhere.
So if anyone has a time machine and you're listening to us, buy real estate in Cupertino in like 1970s. Buy as much as you can. Just buy it all.
For real.
Someday you'll be a bazillionaire by selling it. Yeah. All right. So you grew up here, but then went to school. What were you studying in college?
Yeah. So I studied communications as my major, and then I did a couple minors. So I bear with me. It's going to be like a mouthful, but I did film, TV, digital media. That's one minor. And then I also did English as another minor. So different handful of things, but I really wanted to do marketing. They just didn't have a marketing major at UCLA. So I ended up going the communications path because I felt like that was the closest thing to marketing out there. Yeah.
Were you thinking you would ever do social media? Or?
I think so. Like we kind of talked about earlier, but a lot of my classes were more like public speaking, like body language, that type of stuff. But I always wanted to do like more creative, like just digital media. Like I wanted to be on Photoshop. I wanted to do design. I wanted to do different things. So I actually ended up doing a lot of that through my internship experience in particular. So I ended up doing internships at a couple different companies in the LA area. And that's where I really got my foot in the door, I think, in terms of social media, but also creative work.
All right. And then what was the plan after college? Something social media?
The plan was very vague after college because of the pandemic.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I graduated March 2020, obviously like the peak of just the beginning of the pandemic.
Right.
So the plan was just get a job, kind of.
Not die.
Just do something with my time so I don't potato around all day because everyone was kind of stuck in the house at that point. So there wasn't a lot to do. So I ended up doing a contract role at BuzzFeed. And that was one of my first roles out of college. And I got experience doing thumbnails, which, believe it or not, they hire a 40-hour-a-week person to edit their YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
So I had this little Excel spreadsheet, and people would submit into a Google request form what they wanted for their thumbnail, and they would just fire that off, and I would have my Excel sheet, and I would get a new line item every time someone sent something in, and then I would just start taking screenshots from the video, pulling these close-ups of people's faces, and I just spent all my days in Photoshop kind of crafting and curating different thumbnails. And it was kind of I was changing a lot from the different BuzzFeed channels. So I would do a thumbnail for BuzzFeed Unsolved, which is their murder mystery kind of creepy section. And then they would throw me into BuzzFeed Celeb. So then I would be doing a thumbnail of a celebrity playing with puppies or something. So it was very just shifting what I was working on and editing all the time. But it was fun. I think I learned a lot about crafting thumbnails, and it's a thing. People have full-time jobs. They create thumbnails. It's a thing. Yeah. So.
Actually, if you go to Eats by Rachel, thumbnails on point.
Thank you. I try.
Just a general question, but have you ever thought about doing freelance, or did you ever do freelance ever?
Yeah, I never really did a lot of freelance. I did a lot of internships because I felt that was where I was absorbing information, learning from different people, but never did freelance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but maybe one day. Support myself.
Little side hustle.
Yeah.
So with Eat by Rachel, when did you start it? What pushed you to start it in a sense?
So in college, I kind of found Instagram, and I think a lot of people were on Instagram in like high school and college.
Yeah.
And so I made one. I had like a personal, and I still do have like a personal Instagram. But then I was also very much into photography. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like some, make a side account for like all of my photos and things that I do. And one of the things I looked on my camera roll that I always would consistently take pictures of is food. And so back in the day, that was when Instagram was all photos. Okay. Like people didn't post videos. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
So I just started like posting all the food photos that I would take. And that's kind of like where it started. But it didn't really gain a lot of traction, I would say, at the beginning, because it was just like, just another girl posting about like the food she was eating in LA or something like that. But one of the organizations I joined in college was called Spoon University. And I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's like a publication dedicated to college students about like food. And it's basically like local restaurants, like they have chapters at all these big universities. And so I joined the one at UCLA, and I did like food about, all the restaurants and all the food that you could get in LA. And so I started doing like videos there too. And I kind of like tapped into that. And I learned a little bit more about how to make short form videos centered around food. And so that's kind of one of the things that led me into doing more food content for Eats by Rachel, and more video content in particular. And I think that's kind of where things sort of started to ramp up after like videos started taking off. And people were like, oh, videos are cool. Like they're fun. Like, and then now like everything you see on Instagram is basically a reel. I feel like so it's really changed quite a bit. Yeah.
Have you always been into snacks and sweets?
Oh, I love sweets. I've had like the biggest sweet tooth ever since I was a kid. I'm like that kid who can, like, I always laugh because my boyfriend can like devour a bag of chips, but I'm like, I can't do that. But I could definitely like eat like a dozen chocolate chip cookies at once. Like I could just inhale like everything. But yeah, I grew up with all the like the classic Asian snacks, like the shrimp chips, the Pocky sticks. Trying to think of other things, but I always loved those ones, and I would always like nibble away when I was studying or something like that. So it's always good.
So it was a natural slide into Eats by Rachel.
I think so. Yeah.
How often do you film? Because I've been noticing, like, I've been looking through the page before the podcast, and it just seems like very high quality, and I just wonder how long like it takes you to film all these videos.
Yeah, I mean, I try to like batch it in certain days, like of the week. I'm like, I can't like, one day I'll do filming, one day I'll do editing. So I would say like filming takes me like, depends how many videos. I try to like do a couple videos at once.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I'm going to put on my makeup and do my hair, I'm going to like film at least 5 or 6 videos, or maybe like 3 or 4, maybe more realistically. So that'll probably take me at least like 2 to 3 hours, I would say.
Okay.
Some of them depend on how involved they are. Like if they're a recipe or baking video, that would be like a lot longer because I'd have to do the recipe testing beforehand, or like just make sure I have all the materials on hand. But yeah, most of the snack ones are pretty quick in that I just kind of like go to the grocery store, and like I always like laugh because I feel like people say they like long walks at the beach, like on a dating profile. Like that's like something they always say. But I'm like, I like long walks at the grocery store. Like that's my thing.
Aisle by aisle.
I'm like the person who's just like studying everything, like scrutinizing. I'm like, oh, is this a new product at Trader Joe's? Like I don't know. So yeah, I'll like kind of do my weekly grocery runs, grab kind of my usual groceries, but then also keep an eye out for like some interesting snacks that I haven't seen before. Take it home, film, and then maybe like a couple days later, I'll like try doing the editing when I have my free time, and then kind of post from there. So yeah, I don't know if it's an exact answer to like the amount of time, but a couple hours editing, a couple hours filming, and then grocery shopping is something I would do anyway. So I don't know if I would like factor that into the timing, but yeah.
Do you remember the first video that totally popped off and you got like 1 million views?
Yeah, I do. I think it was one of those like Costco croissant hack videos where you like buy those, the pack of dozen like croissants at Costco, and then like I noticed people were like doing these cool hacks where they were trying to up level them a little bit and like bring them back to life. Because at least I think people like got really, I don't know if angry is the right word, but like they were angry because I said in the video that I had leftover croissants at my house. And people are like, what leftover Costco croissants do you have at your house? And I was like,
that? Yeah.
I don't know, like 12 croissants is a lot of croissants, at least in my eyes.
That is.
But then I was like, yeah, this is a cool hack that you can do with those leftover croissants. So I put some frangipane, which is like an almond cream, and then chocolate in there, and then like chuck it into the oven, bring it out. It's kind of like a new croissant. It's like totally up-leveled and kind of like a pastry thing that you can find at a bakery or something like that. So that was cool to see the numbers kind of like roll in and be like, oh, people are actually watching this. People are recreating this at home. That was like a rewarding feeling for sure. Yeah.
Do you notice that when you do like a brand name thing, a Trader Joe's or a Costco, that kind of gets more traction because people are looking for it? Or
I think there's a bit more of like accessibility if I do a video centered around Trader Joe's or Costco, because those stores are like everywhere around the nation. I would say
that's true too.
Some of the Asian snacks like people can't find, in the Midwest.
Idaho,
they're like, where on earth are you finding these like watermelon choco pies? I'm like, sorry, like I don't know how to tell you. Like I just keep looking at your local Asian market. Like I don't know.
Exactly.
But yeah, the bigger brands definitely have more accessibility.
That makes sense. All right. Hey, can we watch some of your videos together?
Let's do it.
Give us some behind the scenes.
Sure.
Can you think of any that might have a good behind this? Well, let me pull up your grid here.
Yeah, let me get my phone. I guess I can talk a little bit more about this video that I did of a pandan waffle shop. I'm not going to say the name. It's in Vietnam Town in San Jose, but I know I will not do the name justice. And in fact, I actually had a friend who pronounced the store name for me because I couldn't say it. And she's Viet, so she was able to pronounce it with ease. But yeah, I thought this one was a really interesting video because it's in that Grand Century Plaza. Do you guys know where that is?
I love that place.
Yeah. Like they've got all the best Vietnamese food out there. And this one was cool because I actually had heard about this place from like one or two friends, and they had told me about it. And I was like, oh yeah, it'll be on my list of things to like go to when I'm in the area. But actually like one of the owners or the owner's daughter-in-law, I think, reached out to me, and she like sent me a cold email, and she was like, hey, like, my mother-in-law, she runs a couple businesses in this area, and she doesn't really do a lot of marketing. Like, they don't even have an Instagram account.
Oh, wow.
But they serve really delicious waffles and sugarcane juice as well. So I was like, oh, yeah, I gotta go.
You're like, say less.
Yeah, I'll be there. And then I went, and I feel like the response to this video is really awesome because, like, I think this is like more of a local spot, but a lot of people go here, and there's a huge line out the door, and I think the comments were really positive, and like people really were like excited to see that this place had gotten recognized and gotten some recognition.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was a really fun one to have created. Let's try out every single waffle at this spot in Vietnam Town in San Jose. Shout out to my friend Hannah for helping me pronounce this business's name correctly.
Nước mía Viễn Đông.
Let's do passion fruit. So you can even see the passion fruit seeds in there, which is pretty cool. Very floral and very fruity. Next up is durian, which I know is more of a controversial flavor, but I actually love durian. It smells like durian faintly, but not overkill. If you love durian, I think you'll be a fan. Now we've got this really pink one, which is strawberry. Pretty subtle. I think the strawberry hits you more as an aftertaste. Next up, a taro waffle. It does kind of taste like a good, just classic waffle. So if you want something a little bit more subtle, I would opt for this. This is the heaviest waffle by far, and it is banana. It kind of tastes like a grilled banana. I feel like this with a scoop of vanilla ice cream would be life-changing. Super nice and natural on the blueberry flavor, and it kind of tastes like a blueberry muffin. Last but not least is a pandan waffle. Pandan kind of reminds me of a coconut flavor. I think this is definitely one of the best pandan waffles I've ever had. Now that I've tried every single waffle flavor that they have here, I can definitely say my favorites are the banana as well as the pandan.
Yum.
There's quite a few. I think the pandan was definitely my favorite, and I think that's what they're known for. I think they do a good job of like keeping the outside of the waffle crispy, but then the inside is like still nice and gooey.
Is it kind of mochi?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
I would say that, yeah. Like kind of when you bite into it. And if you guys like durian, I know it's controversial.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Flavor.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up with it because I had a Chinese Vietnamese babysitter, which is very funny. But she fed me durian from a young age. So I am a big fan of durian, and I actually thought that one was pretty good as well.
Okay.
So I'd recommend.
All right, so we'll put the name in the show notes since none of us here will do it justice pronouncing it. But yeah, it looks great. All right, now Sydney, if you saw this, you saw that girl.
Yes.
How tall do you think she was?
No, I really I really don't know. I
maybe
feel like
5'2".
Okay.
I'm sitting, guys. I'm sitting.
Yeah, she is sitting.
You can't tell.
I don't know what it is, man. But yeah. Anyway, I'm kidding. No. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Let me pick one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pick one.
I'll also look through mine too.
Actually, I did. We don't have to do it, but I did watch the croissant hack one, and that was fun because you drop a couple on your lap, and or like you take a big bite of it, and the filling squirts out on you. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of these are viral, right? Do you kind of just jump on the viral trend if you see it?
Yeah, I think like a lot of them, some of them tend to be like things I've seen that are kind of taking off and like people are gaining popularity. I'm like, oh, people are doing, scrambled pancakes, for instance, or kind of these weird things with their food that seem very unconventional, but some of them do work. And I kind of like to provide honest feedback if I can, like, hey, this is actually worth your time, or like the frozen gummy bears to me weren't really worth my time, so I was like, I don't think I would recommend that.
The frozen gummy bears were not good.
Did you try it yourself?
Me and my friends in college saw it and we were like, oh my god, let's try this. It was so bad.
I don't understand the hype, but there's some things that really just take off for some reason. I'm like, either I have to disprove it or validate it, I don't know, but I have to try. So I kind of like monitor the trends. I spend a little bit too much time on TikTok and Instagram kind of looking for different ideas and seeing like, ooh, this is kind of gaining some traction here. So then I'll kind of respond to it and try it for myself.
Yeah.
I looked through your page and I saw a lot of matcha videos. So I want to ask you, what is the best matcha? Like, do you make your own? Or actually, there's multiple categories for this. It could be either like store-bought or like if you made your own. But if you did make your own matcha, what company would you recommend the most?
Oh, not sponsored, but
it's not sponsored. I wish.
Yeah, come on by, matcha.
Anyone want to sponsor me? I've been getting into matcha a lot more. I've always loved matcha. I think I've loved like matcha flavored things, but I've been trying to do like more home cafe, like make matcha lattes at home. And I think in terms of the brand, my current favorites are like Ippudo,
which is a very popular one.
And then Marikyu Koimein, which is the one that's always sold out that no one can ever find. But I think, funny story, the only reason I got my hands on these was because my boyfriend was in Japan in October. And this is right before the matcha shortage that happened in Japan, if you guys have heard about that.
I've heard about that,
yeah. And so I'm a little type A, so I gave him a Google Doc and I wrote out all the brands and where you could find them in Japan and like Tokyo. And I was like, only go if you have time. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But I mean, mission.
Like I was like, like you don't have to, but I like, the little eyes, And he was like, okay. And he like ran around Japan like 3 days, like just trying to find all the matcha that I was looking for. So very grateful that he did that. But he like had to go to multiple shops and like look up shops that I didn't even recommend because a lot of the places were already sold out. But he came back and he had like a huge like suitcase full of matcha, and I was like so happy when he came back. I was like, yes. So I would say that. But in terms of like a place to get matcha in the Bay Area, I highly recommend Academic Coffee, which I know is a coffee spot, but they have a very good strawberry matcha latte.
Wow. Where is that at?
It's in San Jose.
Okay.
Like downtown. Yeah. So I highly recommend that.
Another trip to San Jose.
Trip to San Jose.
No, great.
All right. How about this one? How about these giant grapes?
Oh, yeah.
I just saw this one. You want to do the frozen one or you want to do the regular one?
I can just do the regular.
All right. We'll watch this one together. Let's do it.
Let's see if these grapes are worth the small fortune I just spent on them. These are Shine Muscat grapes and they are absolutely gigantic. I mean, look at this bushel. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pluck one off the stem. This is definitely one of the biggest individual grapes I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Let's give it a go. Cheers. So these grapes are indeed incredible. They're not like your average green grapes that you find at the grocery store. They're not sour. They're incredibly sweet and juicy. I will say they're not that crunchy when you bite into them, but they are packed with juice and flavor, as you saw. So ultimately, is this worth the $15? I would say no, unfortunately, but I would get these once in a while as a sweet treat for myself.
Wow, those grapes are expensive.
They are not cheap. What, $15, $16?
$15.99.
Oh, geez.
But they're beautiful.
They are very nice.
Size of bigger than your eyeball.
They are, yeah. They're gigantic.
Good. There is something about eating a golf ball size grape.
I know. It's just satisfying. Like, it's just like something about it when you bite into it and it's like, wow, that was juicy, refreshing, like everything you ever wanted.
Probably more novelty than anything else.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things. I saw at the grocery store, they said it was on sale, and I was like, I'm kind of a sucker for a good deal, but it's not really a good deal. But like if you think about it, full price was like $20. So
Right.
I'll take it.
That's what I tell my kids all the time. It's not, don't look at the percentage off. Look at the final price. Is it worth it for the final price?
It's like one of those things where you like get free shipping, but you have to spend like an additional $50.
I know.
Like, did I really save money?
Man.
I don't think so.
So you did some travel ones. You were in Japan.
Yeah, I did do some Japan. I think the one that did the best. Oh, what might be fun is Kichi Kichi Omurice. That one's like the guy who does the viral.
Yeah. So let's watch this one together.
God.
And everyone knows this guy's got the red beret, and he's a character, right? But he's also very good at what he does. Like he does it flawlessly, right?
Yeah, he does.
Here's what it's like to dine at the iconic Kichi Kichi Omurice, which was made famous by BuzzFeed, I believe, but now it's pretty much just gone viral and is all over the internet. Chef Motokichi is truly a national treasure, and he puts on the most entertaining and fun experience while you're there. If you're lucky enough to get a reservation, make sure to visit their website at least a month in advance. You'll get to see firsthand how Chef Motokichi puts together this delicious omurice. Someone needs to give this man an award for his chef skills. Just look at him handle that wok. Once he scrambles the egg, he'll ask you a very important question.
Cutting or fry?
Yeah, words can't describe how amazing he is. He'll even sing to you while he's serving up your food. Aside from the experience itself, this was one of the most unique omurice dishes I've ever had. I have to say the demi-glace was a little more bitter than I was expecting. Okay, so now this is the best part of the experience, by far. Chef Motokichi and his assistants literally sing to you his iconic Kichi Kichi Happy Omurice song. It's a real bop complete with dance moves, and yes, you can find it on Spotify. He also gives everyone a hug on their way out. What a legend.
Yeah, this one was fun. This was definitely experience.
Is there a line to get in?
Yeah. Like, you have to make a reservation, I want to say like months in advance.
Wow.
But yeah, he's great. He makes like dining a whole, like you can see
it's
here.
It's a show.
Yeah.
It's dinner and a show.
It's an experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he has a really, bold personality.
Yeah.
Half the time he's like shouting out a bunch of words. I don't think it's words. I think it's gibberish. To be honest, like I 100%. Like I ask people who speak Japanese, I was like, "What do you think he's saying?" Like,
he's
and
not
they're
saying
like,
anything.
"No, he's just making noises." And you're like, "Oh, okay."
And those are not that easy to make. Like I've seen people try to make them. There's some skill
I've
involved.
tried. It's bad.
It's really to get it that consistency too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a dance at the end.
Yeah.
As you can tell, he has like a whole thing. He actually has like a Spotify account. I think his music's on Spotify.
Okay.
He sells the pans and the tools that he uses to make omurice. And when you dine there, they actually have like an iPhone holder, so they know people are taking
Your
videos.
influencers are coming through.
They very much know who their audience is, so they're really kind of, I don't know if milking it is the right word, but they know. And so they make it a really fun experience. So I would say that was probably one of the highlights of my trip to Kyoto. It was definitely a fun one. Never had an experience like that before.
And I'm assuming it was delicious as well.
It's very good. I will say, though, that it's actually more bitter than I was expecting.
Bitter.
Like the demi-glace. It's a little bit,
wow.
It doesn't taste like, because I was thinking maybe like Japanese curry flavor or something like that, but it's a little richer. It's a little bit darker. Yeah, bitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think it's something worth a try.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm about to book that reservation.
I know.
Yeah.
He actually will give you a hug at the end, too. It's just kind of awesome.
Nice.
He's like a little celebrity, So.
He is.
Yeah.
I want to take a photo with him.
Yeah.
Speaking of celebrities.
Yes.
I was walking around Chinatown with Rachel.
Oh my gosh.
And not gonna lie, she gets recognized. They go, "Hey."
Really?
One person.
Wow.
That was
Like it was within minutes. Within minutes of me asking, "Do you get recognized?"
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Rachel says, "Sometimes." And then within 5 minutes, someone came in and goes, "Hey, I like your content. Thanks for doing it."
God.
It's rare, but it happens.
Do you feel like an influencer? Do you feel like you've influenced people to try certain things? Like
I think like some things I kind of hop on viral trends that are already happening. So like certain people are like already kind of crazy about it. Mm-hmm. But like for instance, like things like the mango shaped ice cream or like the peach shaped ice cream. People were already like talking about that.
Yeah.
But then I like made a video, and so that like also just like went into the conversation of everyone getting like hyped and excited for it.
Yeah.
But I did think those were genuinely very good. So But yeah, do I feel like an influencer? I don't know. It's like I'm like a girl who likes to make videos. That's kind of what I like to
just a girl,
think of myself, who likes to snack and make videos and like shopping at grocery stores, and somehow people resonate. So
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Super fun. Everyone out there, go check out Rachel's content. It's super fun. I bet you'll get an idea or two by watching. So, whether she's a mega influencer, micro influencer, she's an influencer, right? She's out there telling you her opinion on this stuff. So I love it. Hey, since this is your line of work or your specialty, you want to do some taste testing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, I think, you brought some stuff. I have some Lay's in the back. What do you want to start with, sweet or salt? Should we start with salty first?
I think salty, maybe.
All right, let's do one salty, one sweet.
One salty, one sweet.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, it's the Chinese brand.
So I went to Chinatown, got some Lay's.
Excited.
How's your Chinese, Sydney? Is it still good? This is taro.
Oh,
I can't believe you pronounce it taro.
I say taro too.
Is it taro?
It's taro.
It's not taro chips. I always say taro chips.
About Chinese, but okay. taro. I say taro.
I say taro too.
Chips.
I say taro.
Or like if I order a taro milk tea, like
taro
with boba.
Yeah.
What language is taro?
I think
no,
Chinese.
in Chinese is not taro, is it?
I don't know what it is in
Let's
Chinese.
get out our Google Translator.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I don't know. I think that's the English for
芋头，
芋头.
芋头，
All right.
Did I make it taro or taro?
I don't know. Wait.
But see, taro must be a word, right?
I think it's the English pronunciation, maybe.
Of Utah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sorry. Taro?
So we just we've inverted the characters then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
She said taro, right?
No.
She said taro.
taro,
Should have paid more
All right.
attention in
Apparently,
Chinese.
we are having taro chips. Okay, so we have taro flavor.
Yeah.
We have, which is sort of sweet, right?
I think so.
And then we have, what is this one?
That one, that looks like crispy fried chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
With
know.
sauce on it?
With sauce on it. Like
Wow.
almost
Wait,
like,
if you flip it around,
is it an
sometimes they
English
say,
translation?
yes, imitation sweet and spicy fried artificial chicken flavor.
Oh, that
That's
sounds
very long.
fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got that one.
And then
And
I think
then-
this is short ribs. It says artificial grilled ribs flavored.
Okay.
Um,
And then this one has the ridges.
This one is actually,
Mm.
okay, it says Lay's taro chips, but sea salt and black pepper flavors. So it might be more savory than sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Sounds good. Which one do you want to try first? Let's start with the ribs. Wanna start
Okay,
with the ribs?
yeah.
Okay, I got it, man. Okay, so we got the ASMR set up so you can hear the crinkling.
Is it working?
All right, so we're going to open this up. All right, take one
Okay.
or more. Take as many as you want.
I'll take one.
All right, and then on the count of 3, we'll do a crunch.
These are very nice.
No.
They're ridges, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
Very nice.
right, almost. Oh, yeah, sure.
We need biting it next
Yeah,
to
we're
the
gonna
mic.
go to the mic here.
Oh, it
Sydney,
smells good.
you go right into the mic, Sydney.
Okay.
All right,
Cheers,
chip,
guys.
cheers. All right, 1, 2, 3. Definitely Chinesey flavor.
Yeah.
Not like American barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Mhm. It's like a lot more subtle on the barbecue flavor, but
Actually,
like good.
I'm getting a little porky. I'm getting a little.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do they do that? How do they? I'm getting kind of pork chop.
Yeah, a little,
Yeah.
bit, a little bit.
How do they
too.
get pork chop on a chip?
I don't know.
That's
That is
kind of
interesting.
crazy.
Make it
Powder, yeah. What are they doing? Well, I guess they have pork soup bouillon.
Oh.
They probably sprinkle that on. All right. Pretty
Not
good.
bad.
You want a second chip or you good for now?
good, but what would you rate that?
Ooh,
Well,
we
let's
should
do all
it
three.
raw.
Okay, okay.
I feel like I want to do a runny.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do. Or do you want to rate now?
No, we can do all.
Okay, we'll do
Yeah.
all. All right, the next one is the fried chicken. Now these were, I think the name is called Ha Mini Mart on Grant Avenue,
Mm.
Ooh.
and they had like 12 different flavors.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And it is buy 6 get 1 free.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Did you buy 6?
I had 6, and the woman was like, "Oh, you get 1 more." I was like, "I do."
Ooh.
So I got 7.
Oh, okay. This one gives off a different smell.
Oh, kind of
sour.
vinegary.
Yeah, soury.
So.
And that one's supposed to be the chicken.
This is the fried chicken
Sweet
one.
and sour chicken.
All right, lean in there. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Different. I'm not getting chicken though.
I am not getting chicken either.
It's like a pickled vinegar.
Yeah, it's more like the sauce.
This reminds me of a chip that I had in China. It's like a tomato chip flavored. I'm getting a lot of tomato.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
It's definitely vinegary though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I would eat a lot of those.
All right, let me go get some napkins. A well-equipped Asian minivan should have napkins in it for it. All right. That was a little strange, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Rachel, you want to open that one?
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, this is the taro one.
Ooh.
It's a purple bag.
Yes.
It's bigger than the other bags, to be honest.
I think, like, the taro is just, like, the replacement for a potato chip.
We're struggling with the struggles.
I can rip it.
Yeah, you can rip it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This one's
good ASMR.
Good sealed.
ASMR. Oh, wow.
Nice and sealed.
Yeah. Also, we can evaluate, is it just mostly air or is it...
Oh, that's mostly air. That's mostly air.
A lot of air in this one.
Okay.
But the bag made me think it was more. They got me.
Yeah, I know.
They got me with the bag.
Okay, the texture kind of reminds me of
I
tortilla.
got the cheers last. Cheers.
Cheers.
Actually, yeah. Actually, this is not even a taro flavor chip. This is actually a taro chip. Yeah, okay.
Which I've never seen Lay's do.
Yeah.
I've seen, like, Terra.
I think it's just like an Asian.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All right,
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
2, 1.
Whoa.
Definitely savory.
Aromatic.
Yeah.
I'm getting hit with something. Yeah. I'm getting the black pepper. Yeah, I'm getting the black pepper.
The texture's a lot different from your average potato chip, but that's given because it's taro. I think this is my first time having a taro chip, actually.
I've had it in the bags of
the Costco ones?
Yeah.
Terra, yeah. The sweet potatoes and everything.
The medley ones with all the root vegetables.
Right, but not a whole bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting black pepper for sure, and then a little sweetness from the taro.
No, I'm a fan. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's a unique one, but I think I could see myself eating this. Like I just I'm like, would I devour it? Would I eat the whole bag? Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like a binge snack.
All right, let's go rating wise.
Wow.
We go reverse order.
Okay.
Taro chips out of 10.
Who wants to go first?
I think it's
all
all
at the same
8.
time.
I give it 8. I was going to give it 8.
Yeah, I would say 8 too.
Definitely buy again.
Yeah.
All right. Chicken skin or whatever it was called. Barbecue chicken.
I'd give that like a 6.
I think it's like a 5.
I think it's a pass for me. Yeah, maybe like a 3.
Yeah.
I would not buy these again.
I think it just doesn't taste like chicken. It doesn't taste terrible, but it just doesn't taste like what's advertised.
False advertising, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Misleading.
I mean, it's
picture.
not a bad tasting chip per se.
Yeah.
But it's not making me want to eat the rest.
I wouldn't go out of my way to get that. Yeah.
All right, and then the what? The pork spare ribs.
That's fun.
I'd give it like an 8.5.
I give it a 9.
Yeah.
You're going 9?
I thought it was really good,
Let me
actually.
get a second one here. The ridges,
it is pretty solid.
The ridges make it good.
The texture is really good.
Yeah.
Unique. Sorry, I'm going to take one too.
No, rib.
Yeah, it's freaking me out. It's confusing my brain. It's giving me meat.
Like it tastes like you're actually eating ribs.
Yeah.
Or like the smell of ribs.
It's got the seasoning, yeah. All right. So of the 3, we would buy this one, I guess.
Well, did you rate it?
I didn't rate it yet. Probably another 8 something. 8 and a half. Maybe tie with the taro.
Yeah.
But they're different occasions, you know.
Yeah. They're very different.
This is more like definitely like a snack.
A lighter
The taro.
Maybe healthier question mark because it's
Maybe.
taro.
Yeah, maybe a little fiber. But this one is more like a meal. Like
it's like
you're craving meat.
Like you don't have a dinner, then you just get one of those bags.
Oh my god.
Maybe a long flight to Asia.
Yeah.
You're like, that's my meal.
All right.
Cool.
Should we move on to the sweet?
Yeah, let me see what I have.
What do you have in here?
What are the options? This one. We got like, do you guys want to do the gummies?
Oh.
There's like a lot of flavors, so we don't do every single one.
Well, you know what? We are the Infatuasian podcast. Maybe we'll do an Asian snack. Though, I will take those gummies, though. Because my daughter wants the... Are they good? No, what would you say? Grub or snub? On the peelable gummies.
I think it depends on the flavor. The mango ones are good. Lychee ones are good too. But banana, like orange.
I can see it. Yeah. We got lemon Oreos. We have what we think... Oh, is that a flan?
Yeah, it's like a flan something. I think it's
a flan like cream puff.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Okay. You want to try that?
I think I gotta go flan. Either that or these Japanese apple pie Kit Kats.
Okay.
Sydney, what do you think?
Both?
Ooh.
Apple pie Kit Kat or flan cookie?
I think the flan cookie.
Yeah, I think that's really... Yeah, latte. So it's got Japanese writing on it. Latte is a Korean brand though, right? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
No, yeah, I remember latte was so popular in Korea.
Yeah.
It's like a latte tower, I think.
Yeah.
Own everything.
They're like the Nabisco of Korea.
They're like the Samsung of snacks in Korea. Like, there's a couple companies, and I think they made deals with the government back in the day. And so now there's like 10 companies that own everything in Korea.
There's the Japanese versions, like Meiji. They have like one that's also really big. But...
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Is there any English on this? That's right. The minivan has seen crumbs before.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to translate this.
Oh, wow. It's an interesting
we'll
look
just
to it.
Pull it out from...
Yeah.
Smells like flan.
Oh,
or
wow.
Caramel?
Like definitely caramel.
Oh, yeah. All right.
First impression, this kind of reminding me of like a Hello Panda.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a puff pastry. It's kind of... Yeah.
Like a pretzel.
It smells very... I want to say butterscotch, kind of. Kind of giving me that like caramel.
Yeah, burnt sugar. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Boop.
Whoa.
Wow.
Definitely caramelly. Good texture.
There's filling. Almost is like a puff pastry. It's surprising for a like a snack, like a cracker almost.
Yeah, they're small. They're what we say, size of a nickel.
Yeah,
not even a nickel. Yeah, like maybe a dime.
Like a quarter.
It's
interesting. Actually, not bad. I kind of like it. Does it taste like flan though?
I'm getting a little flan.
Yeah.
A little eggy at the end here.
Yeah, I feel that. I taste that too.
I couldn't eat a whole bag of these.
It's rich.
I could eat 2 maybe.
Yeah. It's a little bit like Hello Panda in that it's got a filling. But I think the outer shell is not like... Hello Panda is more of like a cookie. Like
it's like wafery. Like,
this is wafery for sure.
Melts in your mouth.
Like a pirouette cookie.
Yeah.
But see, I could do a whole bag of Hello Pandas. I don't think I could do a whole bag of these.
That's fair.
This is like decadent.
Yeah, a little decadent. How much do you think this would cost? This is going to be pretty pricey, I would think.
I want to say someone sent this to me. So I can't tell you. But maybe like 5 or 6. I don't know. $5 or $6?
Plus, we're having like kind of an ironic moment. There's a squirrel in this box.
Oh, yeah. And there's a squirrel
and there's
there.
a squirrel frolicking in front of the van.
Curtis, another reason why you need to do video when you
film
it.
I do. What a moment. There's 2 squirrels, actually. There's one over there.
Wow.
All right.
Cool.
Grub or snub? What do you think on this one?
I could see myself buying this like again. Honestly, that was pretty good. I'm also a sweet treat type of person.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely something I wouldn't do for yourself. Like I think it's something that you would do like for a group or like, hey, you want to try something different?
Yeah. I'd say to share is good. But yeah, if I wanted to eat, like, I wouldn't want to eat a whole box of these.
Yeah.
I think that's a
little much.
A little heavy. But it's good.
Right.
I think I'm impressed with the flavor.
Yeah. All right. That's fun. We have a lot more snacks, but I think we're running out of time a little bit because we have the lightning round. So Rachel's like, what?
God,
what's happening right now?
Am I prepared?
Right.
Put these away.
All right, we'll put the snacks away. So actually, maybe we haven't gone a whole hour yet, but we're getting close. I don't know. The recording says an hour here.
Wow.
See, when you're hanging out with friends, see, you were worried, right? You're like, what are we going to talk about for a whole hour? But little did you know, the podcast just flies by.
I know.
I've had audience out there. What's the perfect length podcast for you? Some people said 30 minutes because that's how long their commute is. But I always feel a little rushed in 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes doesn't seem long enough to get to know someone.
Yeah. You could do like a part 1, part 2, but then that would be like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Or they just pause it and commute to work and then listen to the second half on the way out. Some of mine have gone over an hour. I think that's a little long, but my opinion is, well, they could turn it off if they
Yeah.
if you don't.
You can always like stop in the middle.
Yeah. I listen to like 3-hour podcasts.
Right?
Me too.
Yeah, like Diary of a CEO is, I listen to his stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Stephen Bartlett. And they're long.
They're super long.
segments,
But you really literally feel like you're just sitting there talking with, like you're in the conversation.
Yeah, well.
So anyway, all right, audience, let me know. But I think I'm just going to do what I do. But let me know if you want me to change, you want me to do something different, I can try. But I have a feeling I'm just going to do what I do. All right, let me get to the lightning round. Are you shaking in your boots, Rachel?
Is it like a one-word answer?
No,
or like
we say lightning round, but you can expand, you can explain.
Okay.
You can pick more than one thing. It doesn't really matter. All right. You want to go first, Sydney?
I'll do the third one. I think the third one.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of an
third
interesting
and
one.
second, yeah.
All right. You going to second and third?
Yeah, second and third.
All right. So, Rachel, Eats by Rachel. What's your go-to Trader Joe's item that you get that's in your freezer at all times? You got to go to?
Let me think. Well, it may not be in my freezer, but one of the snacks that I always get from Trader Joe's, I love Takis.
Okay.
The spicy, lime. So I feel really bad when I eat Takis because I feel like they're not good for you. There's no way. The red 40, there's nothing nutritious.
There's nothing natural in there.
I know. So what I do to make myself feel better is get the Trader Joe's equivalent. They've got like a spicy lime tortilla roll.
Wait, how does that make you feel better?
Because I think they don't use red 40. So I'm like, at least there's no like artificial food coloring.
White is fake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as good as Takis. I think their flavor is not as strong, but I do tend to grab a bag of that every time I go to Trader Joe's.
You know, I like their the frozen Korean pancakes. They're kind of like scallions and carrots and stuff. Those are really good.
Have you tried the kimbap?
Yeah, the kimbap. Yeah, I do like their kimbap too. But in my freezer pretty much all the time, because my daughter likes them too, so we kind of have those Korean pancakes.
The other thing I could think of is it's a seasonal item, but the butternut squash mac and cheese.
Ooh,
very good. I buy like 10 boxes at a time. It's very, very good. So that one's always
sounds delicious.
Okay. All right, Sid.
All right. What is your favorite Asian snack?
Oh, there's too many. Okay, we'll give you 2, maybe 3.
Yeah. One savory, one sweet.
Okay, one savory, one sweet.
Okay. Well, I mentioned one of them earlier, which was the turtle chips.
Yeah.
That's probably my current favorite savory snack, but it depends on the flavor.
What flavor? Yeah, what flavor?
I like the original. I think like the classic one they have is pretty good. I tried the truffle one. It was like okay. I do not like the chocolate one. I would steer clear of that. No. I don't recommend. There's like a chocolate churro or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, you go savory.
Don't recommend that. Yeah. So I like that. I also, another classic would just be like shrimp chips. I feel like you can't go wrong with those. You can just devour them and like.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to do one sweet too.
Oh, right. It should be that hard.
You can go basic, go Pocky.
I know. That's always like a good like backup one. Like there's Haichu, there's always like good ones. But I'm trying to think of like what's one that I would eat most often. Oh, I really like those like chocolate strawberry ones too. I don't know what they're called, but they've got like they look like a little cone.
The Meiji,
the Meiji chocolate.
I know what you're talking about.
Those are good. Those are good. Yeah. Or as a kid, I would always eat those little chocolate mushrooms.
Yeah,
and those were fun. They're a little extra. Like I don't know why they need to be shaped like that, but they just made it so much more fun.
100%. Yeah. You know, I'll mix the two, savory and sweet. You know those Japanese crackers with the frosting on it?
Yeah.
They're like basically...
Sundae, right?
Oh, those ones.
They're in the individual pack or 2 packs. And those are salty and sweet.
Yeah.
Those are good.
That's a good combination.
They don't fill you up at all because there's all air. But, a little bit of sugar will get you through the afternoon a little bit.
Yeah.
Always good.
Have you guys seen the honey butter chips?
Oh, those are really good.
I don't know those. Honey butter?
Very good. They're Korean.
They're very popular in Korea. It's like honey butter potato chips.
Okay.
Yeah. They have it in Japantown.
Okay.
They've actually extended that flavor to like almonds. They have like honey butter almonds and all these other things too.
When I went to Korea, I bought so many bags.
Did you go to the HBAF store?
Yes,
I think that's the brand. Yeah. This little bumblebee and he's like all of these different flavors like almonds and like
I don't even think I got the honey butter flavor.
Yeah,
I think I just got everything else.
Yeah, they have cooler ones. Yeah. They're like wasabi, garlic bread,
milk tea.
Honey butter. So sweet and salty.
Yeah, sweet and salty.
Okay.
Or sweet and savory.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. I'm down.
That one's really good.
All right, next
and
question. Second
to last question, actually. Is hot pot an appropriate first date?
Oh, interesting question.
We're getting towards Valentine's. This will be late January. This episode's coming out.
Some guys need some date ideas.
I think it is. I would argue yes. I think it's a good just get to know someone casually. Meet,
you
chill.
have something to do with your hands, so you're not just sitting there looking at that person.
Yeah, and if you're doing hot pot at home versus a restaurant, you kind of have to coordinate the groceries you need or time the cooking. So there's other things. You're kind of multitasking. You're not just sitting in front of someone at a restaurant staring them down.
True.
You gotta throw the gnocchi in there. Gotta make sure that beef's cooked. Gotta take it out. You can't just.
Well, what about all you can eat hot pot? That's a bold choice for our first date.
I think all you can eat, maybe not. It's like tong bar.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Really?
Where you scoop your ingredients.
Yeah, it depends. It's if it's sometimes there's some upscale all you can eat places too that are kind of fancy, but it is a lot of food, and I don't know. You'll be talking a lot, so you probably won't get your money's worth if you're just talking the entire time.
Plus, you don't want to be a total pig too. The first time you go out with someone, just stuffing yourself.
Show them on the second date that you could really eat.
This is who I reveal your true colors. All right. And our final question is our signature question. We asked our guests who their infatuation is. Infatuation is anyone in the Asian community that you admire. Could be living or deceased, someone you know, or a stranger. So, Rachel, who is your infatuation?
Yeah, I prepared myself for this one because I knew it was coming. But my infatuation would probably be the Asian boss girl ladies.
Yeah.
So if I can pick 3 of them, but Helen, Mel, and Janet, they're all awesome. They also have a podcast called ABG. And I didn't really get into it earlier, but I was one of their interns back in the day when I wasn't. I think it was I already graduated college at that point, but I was their video editing intern. So I helped make their YouTube videos, and I did a couple fun things on set. But yeah, they were always really inspiring. I think listening to them, and I just felt like my journey as an Asian American woman was kind of validated, and their mission of trying to make sure Asian American women are, seen, heard, kind of resonated with, always kind of stuck with me. So I always thought they were really awesome, inspiring women to kind of look up to.
Yeah. I mean, their content doesn't necessarily speak to me in the same way, but I respect it.
Yeah.
It is so good. Their opinions and they're just the way they do it is great. So respect.
You don't resonate with the periods episodes they do.
Having babies, not my thing.
No, you're good.
But they're really great. They're really great.
They're awesome ladies. Yeah, and they're super fun to work with as well.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
All right, great pick. We've had a lot of people pick Wong Fu, but this is kind of like the flip side of that.
Yeah, I did watch Wong Fu growing up too.
Absolutely,
so I think that was the whole era of Wong Fu, Kev Jumba, Niga, all those videos. Those were really fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, they've got ties. They got Helen.
They got the Helen crossover. Exactly.
And they're all friends with Wong Fu, and you'll see Phil appear on episodes too. So it's a little bit of a crossover here and there.
It's fun.
But yeah, they're all awesome. So.
All right. Well, you survived. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for coming on with us. Thanks for hanging out. I know you have big plans coming up, so hopping on a plane tomorrow, I think.
Yes, at 6 a.m.
Oh, so we were
fun.
I'll say, well, we're scheduling this, and I was like, well, if you don't have to pack last minute, come on the podcast. So she made it.
I still have to pack last minute, but that's okay.
So audience out there, it's going to be January by the time you hear this, but happy holidays to you too. Sydney, thank you for coming on again.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, once in a while, Sydney will drop a message, say, hey, got any episodes I can come on? I'm like, okay, let me think.
Yeah.
So this is a good
Zoom
one for you.
calls are great.
Yeah, you can do Zoom from your college.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone out there, thank you so much for listening. We wouldn't be here without you, of course. And so on behalf of Rachel, Sydney, and myself, we hope that you're all happy, healthy. We didn't do the socials. Well, we did it earlier, but if you want to follow Rachel, you know where to go. Eats by Rachel on all the major platforms. Sydney, you got any socials? Are you public at all?
I mean, I'm private on Instagram, but I have a TikTok. I don't know if they want to follow my TikTok.
Oh,
but I don't.
Will it be around
by
the time?
No, yeah.
No.
Late January, there may not be a TikTok anymore.
May not be.
You want to shout it out? It's up to you.
Instagram, Sid Iliu. I don't know.
Sid Iliu. I'll post it up.
Or not. Yeah.
I'll tag you.
Yeah.
All right. And so Let's see. Is that all the business we have here? Yeah, I think so. Well, you know where to follow us, Infatuasian Podcast, on social media, or you can email us an old-fashioned boomer email at infatuasianpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know your favorite snacks. Let us know your favorite things to see on Instagram. And maybe we can contact the creator. But so on behalf of Rachel, Sydney, and myself, we hope that you're all happy, healthy, and safe out there. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.